Hi everyone, and welcome to this tutorial of drawing a rabbit. And in this tutorial we will be working with the aquarelle pencils, and these are from Bruynzeel, Thailand. And I have a box of 36 different kinds of colors. We will be using the real natural ones for this one. And for paper I use a mixed media. Well, it's kind of carton. You can work on this with all kinds of material, which is awesome. It's not a very big one, but it's real sturdy paper, and it will not bounce around as we work on this in water. So that's just ideal for this little bunny. And to make sure that the ears will fit on the paper, I've done that wrong sometimes. I head out with the pointy ears to make sure that they are there. And you can see here me drawing in already where the cheek will be, the chin, if you like, and the tip of the nose. And the eye will be about in the center of the head. Here I'm placing around the eye the lines that are white around the eye. I don't want to go in there with my brush later on. And this rabbit was looking over his shoulder. I was walking in the woods and I was trying to see some, well, mushrooms and things. But this bunny popped up and he was looking over his shoulder. So I thought, well, that's nice to draw. And for this setup I'm using my darkest brown pencil. And the nice thing about drawing with those aquarelle pencils is that you do not need to go into very much detail, because we will be working this with the brush later on. But here I do spare out the little shine on the eye where I do not want to get the pencil in, or the brush I mean. And this is the back of the rabbit, and as I head downwards I put in more and more dark brown. And what was so special, it was a wild rabbit, and he had that really white little tail. So I'm making sure that I put that in. And it was sitting in some bushy grass, if you like. And for the grass I simply put in some weird lines going cross sides over each other. And here I'm putting in already a little bit of an horizon. And in the back I will draw in a tree, just to get a suggestion of some surroundings. And it doesn't need a lot of detail either. Just a tree that is in the background and a line for a horizon. And the sky itself I do not put in very blue, just a little bit of light blue. That's just enough. The water will lift that up. And in the front I'm using a little bit of green to get the appearance of grass, and also a little bit of leaves that are in the tree. And just around the rabbit itself I put in a little bit of pink. To finish up the fur, I use a little bit of light gray. Okay, now it's time for the water, and as the drawing is looking rather pale, you can see here, and I've zoomed in as much as possible, that once you hit your drawing with the water, all those pigments of that aquarelle really comes to life. So do not get in too dark, because you can see here that once you put in the water, it really darkens up. So be careful. What I also do is I do not rub around the water as I please, but I carefully draw alongside the lines that I've drawn in with the color pencils. Here I'm lifting up the aquarelle a little bit, so you still get that feel of aquarelle, but you can also see the lines a little bit. For the sky part, I've taken a bigger brush. It works quicker and even smoother. And for the front here, I've shifted back to the dark brown pencil. So I put in a little bit extra pigment, and I can pick that up with the water again. So you can always go back into the drawing, or as I'm doing here, you simply take your brush, which is dipped in water, and then you put your pencil to it and you pick up a little bit of that aquarelle. It's quite ideal, especially when your drawing is still wet or you want to draw in the sky. Simply pick up a little bit from your pencil or pick it up from the drawing itself. Okay, now it's time for the ink. And well, this drawing is not detailed at all. It's very rough. But at this stage, and what is wonderful to do, is to pick up a pencil with ink or a fineliner if you want, whatever you have. And then you can put in all those tiny little details. If you want, you can draw in every hair you want, and even put in more little bit of color if you want. Maybe you have those fine liners in all kinds of colors. I only have the black ones, but a lot of you have also the colored ones. But even if you only have that black one, you can get this amazing effect by going over your aquarelle and put in all those little hairs. You can see how easily that little tail, that is really white, pops out once you draw in some dark lines around them. And of course, I also use it in the front, where you can see a lot of detail, where the rabbit is sitting in the leaves and the grasses. That he was looking at me, and it was a glimpse, and then it startled off. But I kept it in mind, and that's why I'm making this quick sketch, just to try. And I think this medium is ideal for that fragile moment of me and the little rabbit. It says it all. Here I'm putting in some extra lines to make sure that that little tail pops out, and you can really see it. And if you were very close on it and putting your nose on it, it kind of looks abstract, but still you get that feel of a realistic drawing. But actually it's not. It's half aquarelle and half, well, what is it? But it's just so much fun to do. Here, at the final end, I put in those little whiskers and the eye hairs that are there. And it just gives it that special feel of softness. And our quick endeavor. Okay, that's it. I hope you will try this one, and please give it a like, share it with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe. I will see you again in one of my other tutorials.